Greetings, readers. This is Bill from Radiation Scarred Reviews. This video announcement is to call attention to the fact that I'm putting together a little contest. Just a way to say thank you to all of you for reading Radiation Scarred Reviews. It really means a lot to me to know that, people are reading the ramblings I put out on the internet. I got thinking recently about nostalgia, and really just how nostalgic we as horror fans generally are. We really love the movies we grew up watching, the accoutrements of horror that, we've cherished for a long time. This is why, the remakes are always so poorly received by the horror community, more than anything, is because it's seen as like a black spot on something that the fans cherished from their childhoods. Most horror fans, my age, mid-20s to mid-30s, we grew up watching, for the most part, Freddy, Jason, Michael, Chucky. The original films are such an ingrained part of who we are as horror fans that we can't stomach the idea of someone coming along and changing it and making it new and different. I'm not saying this as an indictment of horror fans. This has been what I've observed. We like what we had as young horror fans. So, in honor of our love of physical nostalgia, and in celebration of you, the readers, this is the contest putting together for you. Send me an email with just the email address Radiation Scarred Reviews, all one word, at gmail.com. Put contest in the subject line, and, in the main body of the email, tell me some memory you have from an early experience as a horror fan. Maybe the first horror film you remember seeing. Tell me about an older brother or sister or friend of the family who introduced you to horror films, something like that. Hell, a favorite horror toy, something like that. Just some piece of nostalgia that plays into how you became a horror fan, how you came to identify yourself as a horror fan. Everyone who emails me, their names will be put in a drawing. I'm putting together three nostalgia prize packs. And, the more people who enter, the bigger and better the prize packs are going to be. First of all, this is what's in them so far. This is the baseline, if I get 3 entries, everyone's getting this. Everyone's getting 2 VHS tapes. I know a lot of people are big in the VHS collecting. It's really taken off in the last couple of years. I'm not one of them. I don't have the space to store VHS tapes. I haven't had a VCR in probably 12 years, maybe more. So when people give me VHS tapes under the assumption that as a horror fan I'm probably a VHS collector, they're just kind of stacked up and taking up room, and I don't have room in the new apartment for them. So each prize pack is going to get a couple VHS tapes, and I'm not going to show you everything I've got here, but just to kind of give you an idea of the sort of things, we've got Spookies, which, you can see it was a rental copy at one point. This one was rented out of Video Circus, wherever that might be. We got Mom, classic, everyone loves it. This was rented out of Hometown Video in Port Monmouth, New Jersey. Who knows how many years ago. Whoever had it last was not kind and did not rewind. I'm sorry for that. I can't rewind it before I send it out. I've got, a dozen other VHS tapes. I will pick 2 at random for each prize pack, of which, as I said, there will be 3. Everyone's getting Toxic Wastes, Hazardously Sour Candy. I like the stuff. Gotta be careful not to eat too many of them, because it will blister off the skin on the inside of my mouth. It has happened. I love giving these out. Everyone loves candy. And it's a toxic waste barrel full of candy. What could be more thematically appropriate for Radiation Scarred Reviews than a barrel of toxic waste? So I ordered a pack of a dozen of these little barrels. I figure I'll put 1 or 2 in each prize pack. And then this, for me, is kind of the really cool thing that everyone's going to get. Who remembers Monster in My Pocket from 1990 to 1992? It's a line of little rubber figures. If you remember, like Muscle, the same deal, only monsters. These are a huge part of my origins as a horror fan. I actually can't place my first horror experience. We have crayon drawings from when I was in preschool at skeletons and bats and Draculas, and it's been a part of me for my entire life. But I grew up, I had, as a kid, I had, probably 3 or 4 dozen of these little Monster in My Pockets. There's Jekyll and Hyde. What else we got here? Spring-Heeled Jack. Gremlin. Mommy. They're about 1.5 to 2 inches tall. You get the idea. I don't know whatever happened to the ones I originally had. I'm sure my parents threw them out at some point. One of the earliest memories I can dredge up out of the depths of the chunk of meat between my ears is my first day of preschool and carrying a little yellow vampire figure, Monster in My Pocket figure, with me to make sure I had one friend that first day. I don't know if that's adorable or pathetic, but it's what I remember of my first day of preschool. A couple months back, I got nostalgic and went on eBay and got a big stack of Monster in My Pocket figures, and I want to share the love. Every one of these prize packs is going to get a fistful of Monster in My Pocket figures. You'll also get a couple Radiation Scarred Reviews pins. I had 1-inch buttons printed up about a year ago to give out at conventions, and then my social anxiety took over and I never actually gave any out. But yeah, that's the most basic these prize packs are going to be. I figure, the more people enter, the more I'll add to them. Cheap DVDs, I will go diving into the $5 DVD bin at Walmart and pull out some cheap direct-to-DVD trash and throw it in there. I will, there's a Spirit Halloween store opening next month, probably not even that. April or August is right around the corner, and that's generally when the Halloween stuff starts to go on sale. I will grab, Halloween stickers. I will grab, packages of rubber bugs, sound effects CDs, you name it. I will surprise you with a care package of just horror stuff to remind you of your childhood. What I want to do as well, I'm working on expanding Radiation Scarred Reviews readership. And so what I want to do with this contest is refer a friend. If you tell your friends about this, maybe they don't read Radiation Scarred Reviews yet, tell them about Radiation Scarred Reviews. Tell them about the contest. If they enter and include in their email, I was referred by so-and-so, I will give so-and-so an extra entry in the contest. Their name will be written on an extra slip of paper and put in the drawing. Every friend that you refer who enters gives you another chance to win just a fun little prize package. But I'm gonna, post a full written, contest entry thing for Radiation Scarred Reviews as well, and I'll post about it on Facebook and Tumblr and Twitter and all that. But just, give you the once over once more. Send an email to radiationscarredreviews, all one word, at gmail.com. Put contest in the subject line, and the body of the email, tell me one of your early experiences with horror. Something that helped you become the horror fan you are today. Or the B-movie fan, or the cult, exploitation, grindhouse, whatever. However you choose to identify yourself. Your psychotronic cinema origins. Tell me about that. And send the email. I will do a drawing, let's say August 20th. August 20th, I will take the names of everyone who sent an email. I will put them all in a big jar, and I will draw 3 winners to get these prize packs. And tell a friend about it. Your friend enters, they mention your name, doubles your chances of winning. What's not to like? I don't think I'm asking anything outrageous, so, really, if you like what I do here, if you like Radiation Scarred Reviews, if you like candy and movies and weird monster toys, drop me an email. Enter the contest. I guarantee you won't be disappointed. Winners will be contacted by email, and I will do a video thing like this again just to announce the winners and say thank you to everyone who entered. Yeah, I think that covers everything I wanted to talk about. Tyrannosaurus Rex motherfuckers. I never had one of him as a kid. I always wanted a Tyrannosaurus Rex monster in my pocket figure. I was as big a dinosaur nerd as I was a monster nerd. I still am. This would be considered horrendously inaccurate for the 1950s. See this little, boxer stance Godzilla T-Rex come out in 1990. It's hilarious to me. But it's I'm 26 years old now. I finally got the Tyrannosaurus I wanted 22 years ago. So one of you might win that T-Rex. So just to let you know, what kind of a big deal this is. But yeah, once again, thank you for reading. thank you from the bottom of my heart for reading Radiation Scarred Reviews. I love what I do. I love talking about these weird movies. I love sharing that passion with you. And, getting feedback and knowing that, there's people who appreciate my passion, really just, it's amazing to me. Thank you so much. August 20th, I think I said, August 20th, I will do a drawing. You have until, afternoon of August 20th. I'll do the drawing in the evening. You have until that afternoon to get your entries in. Tell your friends. I'm really looking forward to hearing from all of you, hearing about your early horror experiences. I'd love to see how yours compare to mine in terms of where you're, to quote my friend Mike Dobrzalecki, hopefully I didn't mangle the pronunciation of that too terribly, where your horror heart comes from. Alright, I think that's everything I wanted to say. Thank you for sticking with me through the video this far. I haven't really done a lot of these. I know there's people who are kind of on me to do a podcast or, do video blogs. Maybe this is a step in that direction. I don't know. But I've rambled on long enough. Thanks again for reading. Thank you in advance for your entries. And see you at the video store. Bye for now.